The car that's behind me now is a 2019 GT3 RS. So I was able to configure it and build it the way I wanted, which you can see inside all the stitching and stuff. You know, I said, I want it to be like, I know I'm going to use it on the track, but when I'm not on the track, I want it to look like it's the value, what you pay for the car. So I kind of did a little bit overboard, if you will, with the car. So I've also changed the exhaust on the car, because the stock exhaust is good, but I like loud and raw. And so this is, now it's a Dundon Motorsports exhaust, the headers, and then the rear center section, which now it sounds like it should. The pops on the upshifts when you're shifting the car sound absolutely fantastic. This particular car has a full PPF wrap on it, so the whole car, all the paint is wrapped. And then I worked with a company that helped me with the design for the graphics on the outside of the car, and then we applied the graphics. So even though it's a black car, it is a little bit of work to keep clean. It's a ton of fun. And so whether I'm on the track or I'm in the mountains, this car is not a garage queen. It has like 17,000 miles on it, and I drive this car, and it's a blast. So I'm Andy with RS Xperience. And so what is RS Xperience? RS Xperience is a fully curated driving experience in the mountains for sports cars owners, okay? So it doesn't matter what car you have. You can have BMW, Porsche, Lexus, you know, Audi, Mercedes. We've had all kinds of cars come to our events. So what does it mean fully curated? What that means is essentially you come and all you have to pay for is your gas. So we're gonna take care of the lodging for you. We're gonna take care of all your meals. And a lot of guys smile when I say we take care of all your drinks. And so you're talking breakfast, lunch, dinner, happy hour, drinks, etc. What's cool is we keep these events pretty intimate, so between 8 and 10 cars. So we have a 9-room lakeside lodge all to ourselves. And so we have meals there. Breakfast and dinner will be at the lodge. We do a barbecue one night down by the lake. And then each day we get up, and after breakfast, we go drive, because that's what we want to do. We want to take our cars out and drive in the mountains. So we do about 225, 250 miles a day driving for 3 days. And what I do to make it a little bit different, so okay, we have a great time, I'm driving in the mountains, is because my background is also doing track events, and I've done track over the years, and I currently do instructing for high performance driver's education, is I also teach people about car control. So now I'm in the mountains, we're on these really sharp, twisty turns. How do I kind of control my car so I don't get into an oversteer or an understeer? My car is pushing and doesn't want to turn. So I also teach car control techniques as well to folks. So that's kind of what the RS Xperience thing is. You can check us out at RS Xperience, which is with an X, so rsxperience.com. So how did I get into cars? My wife sometimes is like, gosh, why are you always having these toys? And I tell her, well, it's your fault. She's like, me? I was like, well, for my 40th birthday years ago, she bought me one of these, you know, Richard Petty experiences, you know, where you go on the track. Well, I went, you know, they suit you up, you get out there. I was like hooked. And so not too long after that, I ended up getting a E46 M3, a BMW E46 M3. And it was like, you know, the manual transmission. I just loved that car. And this was kind of my beginning of getting into the sports car scene. And then from there, I moved into a 2009 Carrera S. And the Carrera S was a great car, but I wanted something a little more edgier and raw. I was tracking the Carrera S, and so then it was like, I need a GT3, right? We need a GT3. So then I got a 997.2 GT3, which was an absolute blast. And then out of the blue, I got an allocation for a 991 GT3, so I had a racing yellow GT3. Then I got another racing yellow GT3. It's kind of weird. 2018, and then I drove an RS. There was a 2016 ultraviolet purple RS at the dealership, and my salesman, you know, he's a salesman, right? So we were talking, he's like, have you ever driven an RS? I said, no, I never drove an RS before. And my friend was with me, and he goes, don't do it. don't do it, don't go. I went out, I drove this RS, I came back and I was like, I did not think it was going to be that different from a GT3, the way it handled, the grip on the front end. Next thing you know, the car that's behind me now is a 2019 GT3 RS, and I drive this car, and it's a blast.